I am Dr. Lantoinette Stines. I'm an artistic director, choreographer, Imagineer, author. Yeah, grandmother, mother, yeah, they're all jobs. I am all of those. I never decided to be a choreographer or a dancer. I was given the gift from God. It was, it was decided in heaven. Before I came into this earth, God decided, this is what you're going to do. So with dance, I write about it, I train dancers, I choreograph, I was given this, I had no other choice. This is what I was given. One of the things I think we have to think about is parenting. The woman, the young girl, needs to be parented to give her confidence. She should not be parented to tell her she cannot do something. She should not. It begins in the home. So if your parents tell you, well, you can't do that, because you're a woman, you start to believe it. So some of us starting with ourselves. And if you are taught that by your parents, you have to get rid of it. You have to know that you are able to do anything you want, because it has nothing to do with gender. Nothing to do with gender at all. My unique experience is the fact that, as I tell you, I know I was given this gift, is the fact that I decided to find my own voice in the art of dance, right? I was not going to be, not just because of gender, but I was not going to be a copycat. As a little girl, I went as far as, when people say I could wear the same outfit to go to a party, I am not doing it. I have my own identity. And one of the things that young women have to know is their own identity. As a woman, I had to learn my own identity. Not just as a woman, but as a human being. When you know your identity, you choose careers better. Because you know what? I can tell you this right now, I couldn't be a chef. I'm not that person. So why would I go towards being a chef? I go towards what I am good at. Why get confused? Why start thinking you can't do biology, you hate this, you hate that, but you're going to be a doctor because your mother is a doctor? Why? When the best thing you do is so close, and the best thing you do is draw things that look fabulous. Why don't you be a designer? Why are you going to be a doctor because your mother is a doctor? So I learned in all my unique circumstances about my own self, taught me one big thing: be me. Don't be nobody else. And me might be the most unusual me in the universe, but that's okay. I will be that me. I'm in a strange industry, I'm an industry that have dominantly women. And I have, but that don't make a difference. When I started in Jamaica, the men or whoever was in charge was not going to accept me because they wanted to keep it a male. There was a time it was dominantly women leadership. And then there was a time then it became a male thing. And in that male time, they were not accepting females. Well, they had a problem. I didn't have the problem. And you see, that is what has to happen. You can't look at it as your problem. You have to look at it as their problem. Because it has nothing to do with what they choose to do. It has to do with the fact that you were brought here to do this. And whether they are male or whatever, this is what you're going to do. And they better accept it. And that is how a woman has to trod in society. We have to trod as revolutionaries. And as revolutionaries, it is not dependent on your approval. I don't need your approval. I only need the approval of the divine energies of the universe. And I need to do what I came in this life to do. Because life is a glimpse. And you don't want to reach the end and say, because of that man, I never do it. It has to do with relationships too, Because of my husband, me decide to be not going to do it. Because he told me women can't do that. No, that sentence is not, shouldn't be it's not acceptable. It's just not acceptable. So you have to go after things because your spirit know that's what is you are to do. And when you reach the last day of your life, that last moment that you're leaving, you must be able to say, I did what I came here to do, what God sent me to do. I was working on an event for this country, and I was the person responsible for 2,500 dancers. A major event called Cricket World Cup opening ceremony, which means I had to lead all the choreographers and make sure that all the bodies were fantastic on the field. The day that it was to happen now, I am now down on the field, and they send a man up into the booth with all the foreigners to explain to the people what was choreographed. No, he had nothing to do with it. But I'm sitting quietly just waiting to see, because it can't happen. Then another man takes the microphone to speak to all these students. Now, they've heard my voice for almost 3 months. I have been their choreographer, their mother, they have been my children. So he's giving instructions, and they don't even hear him. They didn't know, they weren't being disrespectful. That is not the energy they have been used to. The energy that has been working with them, has been loving them, has been putting them in position is this energy. So they picked 2 men now. Nothing happened on the field. No dancer moved. They didn't move because they were on strike, you know. They didn't move because they want to know, who the hell is this man? Why is he speaking to us? And they're not sure if it's even them they're speaking to. Finally, I was asked to go up into the booth, which it felt like from here to heaven. It was so high where I went. And the man said to me very humbly, because he was not instructed to call me, you choreographed this entire thing? I said, me and a team. I directed it. He said, it's the first time we have come to a country to film a Cricket World Cup opening ceremony, and everything is finished and done. I want to congratulate you. The other person was taking the credit as having done it, when he hadn't done any of it. But as a result, he couldn't give instructions. He couldn't say to them, those kids are going to come from stage left, and that is going to happen, and you know this is going to happen. He can't tell them, this movement is important for your cameraman to go on. If your cameraman stand here, the dancers are going to rush out and lick him down. And that did happen on the field, I must tell you, the dancers did rush out and lick him down. But it was a moment I sat down and tears came to my eyes, because I knew that the children were panicking now. They were not hearing my voice. These are kids, you know, who don't normally take dance classes and are doing a major. And the opening ceremony got awards. It was lauded all over as one of the best opening ceremonies. But I was to be left out at the most important moments. The men decided I was to be left out. That's a simple answer. What makes me empowered as a woman is to see my dancers that I have trained. Some of them never even knew first position. Some of them from scratch, now in Lion King, now in movies, now in major things in Los Angeles that I trained from scratch. And I must tell you, I've trained all my professional dancers for free. I'm very proud of that, because I also God gives me plenty gifts. Because when you give, you get. People must always know this. When you give, you get it back. It gets back in many other ways. But to see my female dancers empowered as women and now become leaders, you know, I'm not the only one that is in the picture, but I'm a little piece of the picture. And right now, I look at women and I'm very proud. I remember, you know, I'm an elder now. I have seen a lot. I look at women and I'm so empowered by looking at their success, at their achievements, at the fact that they are knowing now that I am because you are, and I am able to do anything I want. I have lived the life to be able to say that, you know? And I want the younger generation to be schooled to know that their little finger is a piece of God, that their eyelash is a piece of God, and that they were brought into this world to do what they're to do, and no man has the right to disrespect them, to lower their feelings about themselves, because you are a piece of God. God helped him, made you. And if God made you, then you're very special. You know? A woman should never think of suicide. Nobody should think of that. I'm not talking about the universe. Because everybody is a little piece of God. That's why I feel so proud of myself. I want to say, I don't finish doing things that, I have other things I want to do in my life. Because I think when you feel like you don't have nothing else to do, it's time you go home. I'm not going home yet. Because I have more things to do. I will always be empowering other women and other human beings in this world.